If you don't have respect for authority, then you descend into anarchy and chaos.
Yeah, you gotta have respect for the laws of the land,
You
and the court
have to.
and the court is the law of the land.
Yeah. And we have lost that respect.
And welcome back to another episode of True Stories from a Real Private Eye. I'm your host, Vinnie Coppola. With me, as always, is Lynn Lambdin, a real private investigator right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it, each and every one of you. Excited about this episode, Lynn.
Yeah, Vinny. So how you doing this week, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good, buddy. Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask you how you're doing.
That's all right. That's all
I
right.
haven't talked to you in a week, and so let's get our how you doings in. All right.
How you doing? That's right. Vinny, I made a mistake last week. It's dflock.com, not flock.com. It's dflock.
Oh, you're talking about the website that will tell you where the flock cameras are and how to
Yeah.
avoid them. Is that right?
And to try to get rid of the flock cameras, yes.
Okay, so a correction there. It's dflock.org, you said?
Um, I think it's dflock.com, Vinny. Hang on. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah.
I want to get this right.
Yeah. Yeah, the good thing about our listeners, Lynn, is they have no problem with correcting us when we get
That's right.
I know. So, and we do appreciate that. Please, if we get any facts wrong, if there's, we definitely want to know about it, and we definitely want to make that correction. Like we said before, Lynn recounts these stories from memory, and 30 years of private investigative work can sometimes, cases overlap, and sometimes we'll get
Yes, Vinny,
a fact mixed up. Yeah.
this one is not 30 years old, Vinny. This one's kind of recent, but it's dflock.org.
Yeah, dflock.org. Okay, so a correction for last week's episode, because I think
we said dflock.com. I mean, we said flock.org, and it's dflock.org.
It's dflock.org instead of flock.org. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that out of the way before we start getting corrected.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. That's right. Yeah. So, Vinny, this week I thought we would talk about a trip to the courts. I've been the last few years I have not been going to court as much because I haven't been doing the field work. I've been doing the office work, and I have guys that go to do the field work for me, so they go to court. Last few weeks I've been going to court a little bit more. And Vinny,
is it because you were subpoenaed or just because you want to be a part of it?
Well, this case I went to court a couple of weeks ago. It was because of experience and friendship. So I went to court, and the person I went to court with didn't have an attorney. It's a misdemeanor case. It's not a big case. It's a misdemeanor case. And they were going to ask the judge or ask the prosecutor. It was an arraignment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, whatever. It's just arraignment, no trial or anything. And they were going to see if they don't really have money. They're young and they're still trying to get their footing. And they were going to ask the courts if they qualify for a public defender. But the reason that I went was to help them with the prosecutor, to ask to see if the prosecutor would drop the charges, because it's just a little misdemeanor charge. And so, Vinny,
can you discuss which charge it was, which misdemeanor it was, or
we will discuss that at a later date when the case has been adjudicated.
Okay.
We'll discuss that later.
Okay.
But yes, we will discuss it because, man, not because it's an interesting case, because it's not. It's a very boring, but man, the court system, Vinny.
Yeah. Corruption.
30, huh?
Corruption.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah. More
30
corrupt.
years,
More
30
corrupt.
years ago when I was going to court all the time, and, you would go in and you had to be dressed appropriately, court attire.
Yeah.
They would hold you in contempt of court. They would send people home,
Yeah.
and they
My,
would say,
yeah. My cousin Vinnie, he gets
uh,
he gets yelled at. He
exactly,
gets yelled at for wearing leather. What? These are clothes. Clothes. You don't like my clothes?
exactly. I've actually been in court and seen the judge send people home and say, I got two choices. You can go get dressed appropriately, or I can hold you in contempt of court.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Yeah.
And
No.
and I've seen people try to argue with the judge about their clothes, and the judge hold them in contempt of court and send them to jail.
Yeah.
And I went to court 2 weeks ago, Vinny. Today, 2 weeks ago today, Tuesday. And Vinny, the inmates are running the asylum.
Really.
Vinny, my wife went with me, and when we were getting ready to go, it was a 1 o'clock court hearing, and we were getting ready to go. She says, "Am I allowed to wear open-toed shoes?" I said, "Well, Chrissy," I said, you're dressed nice. I said, you got on a dress clothes, and I said, those are very nice dress shoes. I said, yes, you're allowed to wear those. I mean, those are you're dressed very, very nice for court.
Yeah.
Attorneys dresses don't dress this nice.
Yeah.
You know, she said, okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get in trouble for wearing open-toed shoes. And I've got on, expensive dress clothes and, shoes, and, we go to court. Vinny, we get down there and they come in tank tops. They got their pants down around their butt, down around their thighs.
Oh.
And not we were the only people there that was dressed appropriate.
Oh. And the judge didn't say anything?
Nothing, not one word. Not one word.
Is it,
Nothing.
did you know this judge?
No. It's a female judge. I didn't know. Younger judge, didn't know her.
Okay, so is she like, is that her thing? She's like, hey, it's fucking
No.
it's casual day in my court.
No, this was every courtroom. Every courtroom you walk by, I made it a point to check all the courtrooms. This is the way that everybody was dressed.
Well,
Vinny, I'm telling you, and in the courtroom, they're yelling out "MF for this, MF for that."
really?
And Vinny, they're using profanity in the courtroom, and nobody's saying anything, and we're lined up to go in, and the bailiff at the door says, "Anybody got a blue paper?" And we said, "We got the blue paper." The guy was with us, said, "We got the blue paper." And we walk up to the front of the line with all the other people, and he goes, "Where's your blue paper?" Now remember, he didn't ask anybody there who had the blue paper except us.
Right.
And the guys said, "It's in the car." He said, "But I got the blue paper." And he kind of recited what's on the blue paper. He goes, "You don't have your blue paper. Go get in the back of the line." And we were the only one we asked. And then,
the only one he asked.
The only one he asked.
Yeah, okay.
To see the blue paper. The rest of them he didn't ask.
What is the blue paper?
It's just a paper that they send you that tells you your court date and your courtroom. That's all it's on it.
Oh, okay.
It's your court date and your courtroom.
And nobody else had their blue paper?
Some of them had it, some of them didn't.
But you guys were the only ones he asked.
We were the only ones he asked. And he also had a clipboard with everybody's name on it. So all he had to do was say, "Here's my driver's license. Look it up. I'm on the paper."
Well, you're the only ones dressed for court. Why is he being a dick?
Because, well, he has to show how big his is, or how how small his is.
Yeah. Okay, he's getting off on his little bit of power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So finally, when they decide to let him in, I said, "Well, I need to go in with him because I'm here to speak on his behalf." and the witness is here. And they said, he's the only one allowed in. There's 100 people here. Courtroom don't hold that many people. So I said, but he's not equipped to speak on his he don't have an attorney here, and I'm here on his behalf to speak for him. You're not going in. So finally, he goes in, he comes back out, and I said, don't say a word to anybody. Don't say a word to anybody. I said, just tell them you want a court appointed, you don't have an attorney and you need an attorney. And you want a court appointed attorney. So he comes back out about a half hour later, and so I go back in there with him because there's nobody on the door. And Vinnie, they wasn't 25 people in there. There was plenty of room for everybody.
Oh my God, this guy.
He's so right out of he was right out of the ghetto.
Yeah, he was being a dick just to be a dick.
He was being a cop just to be a cop. In other words, I'm saying the same thing you're saying. I'm just using the slang term for it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're using the slang.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're using the slang term. I'm using the real term if you look it up in the dictionary.
Right.
You look up cop in the dictionary, and it's a hairy penis with two balls. That's what you get. That's what the cop.
Yeah, I get it. Jeez,
it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then when I go in the courtroom, and so when I go in the courtroom and sit down, I'm in there for a few minutes, and Chrissy texts me, and I say, "Come on in." I text her back, and I say, "Come on in the courtroom."
Yeah.
And the pew that I'm sitting on is just me and the guy I'm with, and at the end of the pew, there's a guy sitting there asleep.
Oh no.
And Chrissy can't get in the pew because he's sitting there asleep.
Yeah.
So the bailiff wakes him up and tells him to go sit on the back pew and go to sleep.
No. Doesn't kick him out of the courtroom, just moves him.
So go back there and go to sleep.
Oh boy. How disgusting.
That's what our court system has turned into.
Right. It's a joke.
And think about that, Vinnie. How would you like to go to this court and be sentenced to life in prison?
Yeah. No thanks.
Wouldn't you feel cheated?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you were the worst mass murderer in history, if this is the Mickey Mouse BS that you had to put up with,
right?
Wouldn't you just feel? I mean, wouldn't you just go, really?
Yeah.
This is the people that sentenced me to life in prison?
Yeah. Where's the I don't know, what's the word? Formality? Not formality. That's the wrong
justice.
word.
Where's the justice?
Well, justice, yeah, but I'm talking about there was a certain degree of pomp and circumstance that court, dressing up, talking the right way, using the right manner of speech, and all that stuff. Nobody's sleeping in the back pew at the back booth or whatever. Just sitting there, sleeping. There's formality is the wrong word.
No, formality. There's certain
procedures and things, that made court like I don't know, man. There was a certain, I don't know. It just seemed more severe, more legal, more. I can't even think of the words, but what you're describing certainly isn't it.
And this was the superior court. This wasn't magistrate court. This wasn't state court. This was superior court. The superior court of Fulton County. Now, I've been to other courts recently, not just Fulton County. I've been to Gwinnett County. I've been to Cobb County. I've been to Clayton County, and they're all ran the same way. How do you allow this to happen? How do you let your courtrooms descend to hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you? Judges should be removed from the bench and never allowed to sit on the bench again for letting their courtrooms be ran this way.
It's I mean, how do you expect people to obey the law if it's so informal. It's so, it's so, I don't know. People, you say there's people yelling out MF to people and stuff in the courtroom, and there's people
Well,
sleeping.
and if you got kids listening, tune this out for just a minute. Here's what one person said in open court to another person. I'm up in this motherfucker for your bitch ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that doesn't fly in the court of 10 years ago. No way.
and that was said loudly, openly, from one person to another. A woman said it to a man, and I'm assuming she was her boyfriend. That was her boyfriend or something.
Were they on trial at the moment, or were they spectators?
He was accused of some crime, and she was there to be a witness for him.
Oh my God.
And she said that. I mean, everybody in the courtroom could hear her say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nobody says a word to her.
Yeah.
No, not one person in there says, not. There were 3 or 4 bailiffs. Not one bailiff said a word to her for that. Nobody said a word.
What about the judge? Hey, not in my court.
No. Nobody says a word.
Ridiculous.
Nobody says one word. I was lost, Vinnie. I couldn't. I was speechless.
Yeah.
I was thinking 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, they would have locked you up and held you in contempt of court and fined you for that.
For speaking out of turn like that, for using profanity, that's another one. For dressing inappropriately. Yeah.
98% of the people in that courtroom wouldn't have been allowed in that courtroom 10 years ago.
This episode is brought to you by Simple Funding LLC. For all of your pre-settlement funding needs, contact Simple Funding LLC to receive your money promptly. They're a customer-centric legal funding company that provides exceptional funding solutions at affordable rates. Simple Funding covers a diverse range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, worker compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and more. They recognize that life goes on and you need to access your funds immediately, which is why they offer clients a swift and efficient process with minimal documentation requirements. For more information, visit simplefundingllc.com or contact them directly at 678-855-6232.
Do you think this is all over, or do you think this is just Georgia or Atlanta?
I would imagine it's all over, Vinnie.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's all over.
That's
I would imagine. I mean, if you turn on the news, or if you turn on social media, I go on YouTube and watch YouTube Shorts, and you see judges hiding people from the police and stuff. I mean, when that happens, you can do whatever you want in court.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen in Georgia. Where a judge just lost her job and can never be a judge again, and was brought up on criminal charges for hiding a defendant from the police, from the ICE agents. I mean, feel how you want to feel about any police officer anywhere. They have a job to do, and if they're doing it correctly within the confines of the law, you can't stop them from doing it.
Right. That's correct.
I mean, there's a lot of police that I mean, there's a lot of things I disagree with that the police do, a lot of things. But as long as it's just like the flock cameras, I disagree with the flock cameras 1,000%, but I can't stop them. I can come on here and complain about it. I can rally the troops.
Yeah.
And I can take legal channels to try to get them stopped. I can vote against the politicians that take the bribes to keep them out there. But can I go out and, fight with a police officer because I don't believe in them? No.
No.
Am I going to? No. I was watching a YouTube short earlier, and this guy's complaining because he goes, I'm going to be blind because of an ICE agent done this and he done that. Guess what you'll never hear me say?
What?
You'll never hear me say, I was blinded because a police officer or an ICE agent did this. You know why?
Because you don't resist arrest.
Because I'm not going to be up in a police officer's face fighting and screaming and resisting arrest.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be protesting a police officer for doing his job, whether he's doing it right or wrong.
Right.
Now, if I see a police officer,
they got guns and badges on them. You don't want to. You don't want. It's for the same reason. It's the same reason you don't mess with people at restaurants who carry your food.
Exactly.
Anybody, if I see anybody treating a waiter like crap, I'm like, dude, he's got your food, right? I mean, what are you doing? So why would you get up in a cop's face, a police officer's face, a guy that's got a gun and a badge and a itchy trigger finger to use it? It makes no sense. It
makes absolutely no sense. Now, if I see a police officer doing something wrong, I'm going to video it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to broadcast it, and I'm going to scream loud.
Yeah.
I think this podcast proves that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not going to go try to stop that police officer.
No, why would you? You get hurt. You
can get hurt.
Get killed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to intervene.
Yeah, you can get hurt, and he'll go away scot-free.
Exactly.
Whether through his own lies or by the buddies he has in the force.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just I don't understand people who get in cops' faces. Resist arrest. The easiest way to not get killed is just comply. Yes, sir. No, sir. Then call the lawyer.
Yep. That's right. You might kick the shit out of me, but be the last time, because I'm gonna get a lawyer and I'm gonna sue you, and it'll be the wealthiest ass kicking I've ever got.
Yeah, the wealthiest.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's cameras everywhere, and we'll find one.
Right.
And it just makes no sense, Vinnie. There's just a lot of things in this world that makes absolutely no sense. And here's the problem that bothers me with this guy crying about losing an eye. He refuses to take responsibility for what he done.
Right. He's the one that got in the...
Okay, think about it this way. He's sitting at home, and he goes, you know what? I'm going to go mess with an ICE agent. He had to get dressed, get in his car, go find them, and then get in their face.
Yeah.
Now think about that. But he didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It's all the ICE agents. It's all their fault.
Yeah. What were you doing out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all their fault. I didn't do anything. Well, you're the one who went out and found the ICE agents. You're the one who jumped up in their face. You're the one who wouldn't stop. And then you're the one who ended up getting your tail end kicked and lost an eye. So yeah. I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah, there's a very, very big divide in this country over ICE agents and whether they even should exist and whether whatever. No matter what side of the aisle you are on, or what you believe about these ICE agents, the dumbest thing you can do is go get in their face and interfere with what they're doing. Just film it. Stand on the other side of the right, Lynn. Sit on the other side of the sidewalk. Film it. If you don't like what they're doing, whatever. But don't get because these guys have guns. They got badges, and they can only take so much. I mean, like if you have a mosquito buzzing around your face, you swat, you go like this, and then pretty soon you smack yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Vinnie, whether you agree with ICE or you disagree with ICE, they're a legal police force. They're legal.
They're legal, and they got guns.
And if you disagree with them, take the legal means to try and defund them.
Yeah.
Going and getting in their face and is just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
See,
I don't feel sorry for him, bro. I don't feel sorry for one person who has been hurt or killed by ICE. I don't, because they did it to themselves.
well, when you make a concerted effort,
You get in their face and blah, like that, and they can only take so much, man.
well, here's what you have to understand, Vinny. Now, if anybody's listening to this podcast, they understand that you and I both are very critical when police officers do things wrong and judges do things wrong. We bring it out. We talk about it. We let you know.
Right.
We're very critical. So, but you also have to look at the other side of things. We have to have law enforcement. If we didn't, it would just be anarchy in the streets all the time and chaos.
Right.
I mean, we would just be killing each other. I mean, we'd just be killing each other every day.
Yes.
So we have to have police officers in the street.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says, we have to have borders and we have to control our borders. Every other country in the world has borders and they control their borders. So we also have to have borders and we have to control our borders.
Exactly.
So no matter how you look at it. Now, with those two things aside, police officers have to protect themselves. And when they are in the course of their job and they're doing a job and you get in their face, now you have split their attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I am so familiar with this is because early in my career, I used to repossess a lot of cars for companies. And when you start repossessing cars, when people start getting in your face and you start splitting your attention when trying to get that car and trying to fend these people off, it starts getting a little hairy. And even when I'm out on a surveillance or in a neighborhood trying to canvass a neighborhood or something, and people start trying to get your attention or trying to find out why you're there, and you're trying to split your attention, you lose sight of things. And you think about being a police officer and you're going after a dangerous person and you got some a-hole over here that's trying to take all your attention away from what you're doing, you could get somebody killed really quickly.
Yeah.
And as that police officer wants to go home to his family.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with these people over here who are trying to cause chaos.
Right. Yeah.
So, if you get yourself killed, you get yourself killed.
And it's your fault.
And it's your fault.
It is. It's your fault. No matter how you spin it, you have no business interfering with you know what? I'm gonna put it in the most basic terms. You have no business interfering with dudes, with men and women, with guns.
Well, exactly. If you want to protest, go protest.
Yeah, go protest, but stay away from the men and women with guns. They got guns.
Yeah, don't get up in their face and don't throw things at them.
How many? Yeah, really. Don't throw things at people with guns. It's
exactly
so stupid. What? I don't feel sorry for him. I'm sorry. I do not. You got shot by a cop. Well, what were you doing? Oh, I was screaming at him, spitting in his face.
Yeah.
I think you're hilarious.
I took a swing at him, and when I did, he punched me in the face and blinded me.
Yeah. That's okay. Hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, you got what you deserve.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's going to get us in trouble, then.
Well, Vinnie,
I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Well, I'm big on personal responsibility.
Yeah. Personal responsibility.
I'm very big on personal responsibility. And if you get in your car and you intentionally drive to where the police are conducting their business, and you jump up in one of their faces and you get hurt, then you get what you deserve.
100%.
Now, do I agree with what they're doing? No, not all the time.
No, not saying that. Not saying what they're doing's right. I'm saying don't mess with the people with guns.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Don't leave them alone. If there's other ways to deal with it.
Right.
If you don't like what they're doing, change it in other ways.
This episode is brought to you by the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates, voted the best law firm by the American Institute of Trial Lawyers. When life hits you hard with a serious injury, don't let insurance companies hit you harder with lowball offers and endless runaround. You deserve justice. You deserve compensation. You deserve to win. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates have a high-powered legal team with a nationwide reach and the highest rating on the National Attorney Rating Service. Trial Magazine calls them one of the most influential law firms in America. They win big. Big results at trial court, appeals court, the state Supreme Court, and are recognized as award-winning litigators of the year. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates handle everything so you can heal. Don't face this battle alone. The aftermath of an accident is traumatic enough. Medical bills pile up, pain overwhelms, emotions run high, and that's where they step in to shoulder the legal fight while you focus on what truly matters, your recovery. They are the first law firm to offer a bigger settlement guarantee. If they can't beat the amount of your current settlement with a bigger settlement offer, your legal fees are free. Ready to win your case? Find out in one phone call if you have a case and how much your case is really worth. Call the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates today at 1-888-477-0597 or visit them online at becauseyouwanttowin.com.
That's why we're doing this podcast. Because we don't like the way that police officers act. We don't like the way that judges act. We don't
right.
We don't like that Logan Sharp was killed and they won't do anything about it. That's why we keep mentioning his name. That's why we want people to listen to that podcast. That's why we want people to get up in arms about it. We don't want anybody to jump in the police officer's face. We don't want anybody to go to the prosecutor's house. We want people to call the courthouse every day and demand justice.
Yeah.
And if they won't give us justice, we want them voted out of office, and we want somebody voted in office that will prosecute the perpetrator.
100%.
The drug addict. That's all we want.
Yes.
We don't want violence. We don't want people throwing things at the prosecutor.
Never called for it.
Never call for it.
No.
We want the people, we want the prosecutor and the judge voted out of office so that we can get somebody in office that will prosecute. That's all, we want it done the legal way.
Yeah. Yep.
And
bring back accountability.
If you go to this prosecutor and you get up in this prosecutor's face, or if you go to this prosecutor's house and you throw a rock through her window and she shoots you and you die, you got what you deserved.
100%.
I hate this prosecutor with a passion. I think that she's taking bribes. I think that she should be in prison. But if you throw a rock through her house and she shoots you, you get what you deserve.
If you throw a rock into her, as much as I disagree with her, if you throw a rock into her house and she shoots you, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at your dumb ass. I'm laughing at you.
Exactly.
As much as I disagree with this woman, as much as I disagree with her, nobody. You're going to somebody's house and you're harassing them at their house. Are you crazy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to protest outside the courthouse peacefully
with a cardboard sign, staying away from the cops and the guys with the guns,
I support you all day long. I will donate to your cause.
Sure. 100%.
But I will not donate or participate in harassing or being violent toward anybody.
No, not at all.
You get what you deserve.
Yep. I'll support your cause. Sure. Yeah. I'll support you. But I won't go to the protest.
No,
I don't understand protests really. I mean, listen, I say, hey, 100%, you have the right to do it. Go do it. How do you do it? How do you find the time to do it? And listen, I mean, if I'm sitting, listen, bro, it's very hot here in Atlanta, very hot. Okay. And I'm sitting in my house. I got my sweet tea. I'm watching TV. I got the air blowing on me. I got the fan blowing on me. I mean, oh yeah, look at my watch. Yeah, that protest is that protest is at 1 o'clock downtown. That's about 45 minutes away. You know what? I don't understand how people do it. I mean,
I don't either.
I mean, I have a theory that they're all getting paid. I mean, because who would want to go stand out in the sun and scream and yell unless you were getting paid?
Yeah, not me.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, I would be. I would be like the protest is at 1 o'clock. Judge Judy's coming on at 1. Nah, I think I'm gonna watch Judge Judy.
I'm gonna watch Judge Judy. Yeah.
I'm not driving down there.
Yeah.
Vinnie, I'm telling you, I have drove in Atlanta traffic so much. I've drove 1,000,000 miles, literally 1,000,000 miles or more in Atlanta traffic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's going to take a lot to get me to a protest.
I can't imagine. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I wish I felt that strongly about anything that would make me want to go stand in the sun and march in a circle with a cardboard sign above my head for an hour or two. Vinnie, if you loved your kids, you'd do that. Okay, here I go.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it would have to be. My kid would have to be involved somehow.
Right, he'd have to be involved somehow. I mean, okay, you got me. All right. I mean,
yeah.
But I don't feel that passionately about any cause.
I feel passionate. I feel that passionate about some cause.
No. Me too. But I'm talking passionate enough that you're gonna go out of your house. Oh, wait a second. And then you're gonna go get a cardboard box. You gotta cut it out. You gotta write on it. You gotta put the marker and the paint on it. I mean, this is a whole thing, man. I mean, what do you feel that passionate about? So that you're gonna go through all that, and then you're gonna put the sign in the car, and you're gonna get your little water bottle, and you're gonna get in the car, and you're gonna drive through Atlanta traffic, and you're gonna go find parking, and you probably gotta pay for parking.
Yeah.
Park the car, walk to the event in the August heat. Come on, man. It
don't make sense, does it? In other words, there's better ways to approach it.
Yes.
Yep. There's better ways to approach it.
Let me write a letter to my congressman.
Yep.
Wait a minute. You know what? Let me get AI to write
a letter. Quicker and easier.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen. Yeah, having these passions is very, very good. Feeling passionate about a cause is very, very good, and doing something about it is very, very good. I am just of course, I'm being very, very, I don't know, exaggerating a little bit. Well, I'm not exaggerating, but I guess I'm being a little silly about the whole protest thing. But it's 100% true. I literally don't see. And has a protest ever changed anything?
Well, sure. I mean, the
I'm not talking about the Million Man March, which was a phenomenal thing and a groundbreaking thing. Peaceful demonstration. I'm talking about screaming and waving signs outside of has it ever changed anything?
I mean, the civil rights marches all helped, and they got things started and got things moving. But I don't think anything from the 90s forward has really done anything.
Yeah, yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't think that really modern day. I don't think anything modern day is really.
Like there's guys, like there's lawmakers sitting in the courtroom going, look, man, let's count the signs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7, 75, 4, 86 against. Well, that settles it. Nice if it happened like that, but it doesn't.
Yeah, Vinnie, I was just so amazed at how the courts have just disintegrated into total anarchy and chaos.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, 10 years ago,
No way.
uh,
Yeah.
they would have cleared that courtroom and court would have been over in 10 minutes because they would have sent everybody either out in contempt of court or go home to get dressed appropriately.
Yeah.
And it would have been over. I couldn't believe how, and this was the Superior Court. Superior Court is the highest court before you get to the Court of Appeals and the state Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe that they have let the court systems be run by the asylum. I mean,
I would have never expected it, Lynn. Never would have expected it. Never expected something like that to happen.
No respect for the court. People were just making a mockery of it. It was just they just didn't care. They were just making a mockery of it. And then you wonder why people act the way they act, and why people are they don't care about going to court. They don't care about getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, because
Yeah.
there's no seriousness to court.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care. You know, if court was the way it was 20 years ago or 10 years ago, where that you know you have to dress appropriately, you have to act right when you go to court, and if you don't, there's consequences.
Yeah.
And now you go in there, you commit murder, you go in there, and they go, oh, okay, well, we'll give you 5 years and 2 years probation, and then you're good to go. No. We're going to hold you in contempt of court because you're not dressed right. That's going to be $1,000 fine. And the next time you come in my courtroom, if you're not dressed appropriately, we're going to do the same thing. And it'll be double. So, you know, and if you don't address, and then if you do it a third time, we're going to hold trial without you in here. And that's the way that it should be. And then when it comes to sentencing, when we find you guilty and it comes to sentencing, we're going to give you the maximum sentence. There's no minimum, middle. We're giving you the maximum.
Yeah.
So if you get caught jaywalking, we're going to give you the maximum sentence for jaywalking because of your disrespect.
And that will cause it to stop. I mean, it'll happen less and less and less.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll happen. And then people will start respecting authorities again.
Right. Right. Yeah. This is very dangerous, buddy. This is very dangerous. The courts becoming like this. The dress code, the speech, the attitude. That this is very dangerous for society. Yes. 100%.
Well, I mean, it's if you don't have respect for authority, then you descend into anarchy and chaos.
Yeah, you gotta have respect for the laws of the land.
You have to.
And the court is the law of the land, or the decider of the law. Well, not the decider, but it.
Well, they are the decider. The courts are the ones that are.
Is the judicator a word? Is that a word?
Exactly. They're the adjudicator of the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the ones that are the people decided that the courts will be the ones that adjudicate the law. They're the ones that.
So you have to have respect for that. There has to be an air of respect around it. There has to be an air of mannerisms. You know, it needs to be a special thing, and it deserves a special accommodations.
Yep. And we have lost that respect. Yep.
And that's dangerous to this society.
That is extremely dangerous to this society, Vinnie. Yeah. And that's the road that we have, you know, that's the road that we have let the minority take us down, because the majority doesn't want that, but the minority has taken us down that road.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. That's when you got people crying because I fought the law and the law won and it's the law's fault.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
You got in
That's
their face.
yeah. That's the that's I disrespected the law, and the law won. And then when they go to court, the court says, "Well, okay, we're just going to give you a slap on the wrist." Then that's why you lose respect for the law.
Yeah.
See, if that person who's crying about losing an eye because they disrespected the law, if they would go to court and get sentenced to 10 years in jail, when they came out of jail, they would respect the law.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But see, going, well, we're not going to charge you because you
were exercising your right to assemble and right?
yeah.
Yeah. No. You can assemble. You can protest. Don't spit, throw rocks, or scream in the face
Or
of guys.
punch a police
Don't
officer.
punch a police officer. And if he gives you an order, just yes and no sir him. Just yes sir, yes sir. Actually, don't no sir him. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and wait for the lawyer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're taking your life in your hands. You're taking your life in your hands.
Or your eye.
Or your eye. There you go. Hey, thanks so much for sticking with us. We do so appreciate it. If you like goofy videos, stand-up comedy, check me out online. My website is Vinnie.com, www.vinnie.com. All the links to all my social media is there. If you're looking for someone, have to surveil someone, if you need to serve someone papers, any kind of investigative work, Lynn Lambdin is the best. Tell them your website, Lynn.
www.lwias.com.
And thank you, Simple Funding and the accident attorneys of Monge and Associates for sponsoring this episode. And thank you for being here. We'll see you next week.